Alright, I hope everyone is having that fantastic day, folks. It's freaking Tuesday. And if y'all have heard the fun news, it seems like Richard Hart has been delivering news on Wednesday for the last 4 weeks in a row. Are we going to get another delivery tomorrow? I'm excited. I hope you are as well, because that is freaking bullish no matter what. And it seems like some folks are already joining in that hype cycle as well, starting to believe it. Again, we got the HEX price pumping. Once again, we're above 4.3 cents, but we're going to get into all of that today and more. Say what's up to everybody real quick. What's up, Miss Debbie G? What's up, what's up, what's up? Hope you are enjoying the spreadsheet. She is a member of the Patreon, so thank you so much for joining that. If you want access to profit-taking spreadsheets and PulseChain price prediction as well, join the Patreon down in the description below. But without further ado, let's take a little peeky-weeky as to what we actually got going on today. Again, let me know if everything sounds all good, if the music's too loud, if I need to crank up the music. Let me know all of that information and more, of course, as we progress. Sorry, the wife is in the house, and I just want to make sure she all gravy and doesn't need any assistance at this moment in time. We got friends over and everything as well. Big GZ, what is up, my friend? What's up, what's up, what's up? Love it. ATX, fire! Absolutely, yeah, fire, guys. Financial independence and retire early. That is what it's about. So if you get my name, it's ATX Crypto with a fire at the end for financial independence and retire early. That was the idea. But without further ado, let's take a little peek over here and see what we got going on with the world of HEX. So if I come on over to this screen, we actually got HEX price pumping once again, sitting at 4.4 cents, folks. We are now at 4.465 cents. We've been on a nice bullish run since the beginning of the year, folks. If you go all the way back to January of 2023, this is the first day of January 2023 right here, and you can see ever since then we had 2 little down days, but ever since then this 1.7 cent region might be the overall bottom of where we end up seeing HEX go. Now, who's to say exactly what's going to happen in the future, but folks, if you don't already, make sure you don't miss this opportunity, because when the HEX price pumps, we see pumps like this where it's 30% in one day. And heck, in the last week, if you just measure it out, since January 31st, we are actually up 75% for the week. Incredible movement right there, in my opinion. That is some phenomenal action with price, and I love seeing it, love being a part of the community. We actually got so close to almost reaching 5 cents. Will we break 5 cents? That is the next level that we are looking to break. Seems like we smashed the 3 cent level, and I mean just obliterated that sucker. We went through, we saw it for a day, it kind of stuck around here, and then was like smash, and that's where we saw a 30% pump in one day. So guys, I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but if we actually get another Richard Hart tweet come around tomorrow, like he's been delivering every single Wednesday for the last 4 weeks in a row, oh shit, that makes me bullish AF, folks. Because guys, that just means PulseChain is getting closer and closer and closer and closer. So if we actually dive on down to see what PulseChain got going on, you can see once again these are the developers of PulseChain right here. We got Brett Paulson, 3 Commas Capital, SJB, Kyle Barr, TBC Dev, Richard Hart, Space Ghost. All these folks are developing PulseChain as we speak. Now look at the activity, folks. This is what I look at whenever I see this stuff. For the last 3 days in a row now, we have the 3 developers working on PulseChain, and they've been active every single day since, or they've been active every single day in the last 3 days. February 6th, active. February 6th for SJB, 3 Commas Capital, and Brett Paulson. So folks, I am so excited for what's about to come, because guys, we are not even going to be ready for the PulseChain launch. In fact, something we're going to be talking about a little bit later in this video is actually looking at some price comparisons, looking at what PulseChain could be potentially doing, looking at what PulseX could also be potentially doing, and as always, going over the good old charts as well. So folks, just looking at this right here, These are bullish signs right here. Anytime we start seeing these little indicators, and again, we start seeing these little indicators and it's just all green candles for the most part. We got some sellers, of course, and folks, that is natural. In fact, something I learned, and again, one thing you hear in the crypto world is you is you learn in the first cycle and then you earn in your second cycle. So we have just finished essentially almost one full cycle if we are out of the bear market. Not saying we are, but it's looking pretty freaking bullish for HEX at least, and the overall market as a matter of fact, because if we pull up the overall market and see where everything's at for the last month, in fact, we got a lot of green for the entire crypto market for the last month. If we go back 3 months, we're still pretty green in this sucker, folks. This is pretty bullish signs, and look at this. Ethereum up 24%, Bitcoin up 24%, HEX up 42%. Like, I mean, in these scenarios, folks, that makes me so freaking bullish. And again, like, does that mean we're out of the bull market? I don't really know. But if I'm looking at the metrics that I see in front of us and everything is price positive over the last 3 months, that's some pretty bullish stuff right there, in my opinion. And that's the overall crypto space too. That's not just HEX and in our ecosystem of Richard Heart, in the world of Richard Heart. But really, in the last day, HEX once again moving right about 7%, pulling one of the biggest moves overall in the overall crypto heat map right here. So guys, that makes me once again bullish on what we got coming here in the very near future, because guys, it is absolutely wild. It's an absolute great time to be in. In fact, something to talk about, since we're actually looking here at the HEX price chart, I might as well pull this little picture up right now. Not that one. Yeah, this one. Let me pull this over here just so it moves over to a different screen. And share the screen so y'all can see it as well. Alright, so folks, this is a picture taken from a screenshot, of course, as you can see. But what I wanted to look at on this one was really some good simple math, right? And we can all appreciate some good simple math. So this is actually coming from 0x Co's J6 Godfather. Not exactly sure who broke down this math for us, but this is a reminder of how easy it is to truly get a much better dollar cost average scenario for yourself. So if you were buying back in the highs of HEX around 50 cents or above, up to 56 cents, and you had bought $1,000 worth of HEX at that time, you would have only received 1,923 HEX for the $1,000 that you paid. Okay? Now, if you were able to take advantage of the prices when it was reaching 0.1 or 1.8 cents, or around the 2 cent level, this math is based on 1.8. This is a great example of showing how fast dollar cost average can truly benefit you, or how fast you can just average yourself out. So if you had bought $1,000 at 1.8 cents, you would have received 55,555 HEX. Once again, you add those two numbers together, because assuming you bought the high and you probably bought the low. Now again, that's unfortunate timing, but if you did buy back then and you're not buying now, you're not taking advantage and lowering your total overcost or your total average. And that's what I bring this up for. If you aren't buying in this 4 cent range or 3 cent range, or in this range in general, but you were buying in the 40-50 cent range, you might want to take another look at something like this, because it breaks it down for you in an easier way to understand. If you bought $1,000 at 52 cents, you only got 1,900 HEX. If you bought $1,000 at 1.8 cents, you got 55,000 HEX. Add those two together, you actually get a total of 57,478, and you just divide that by the $2,000 that you spent. That actually brings your average down to 3.4 cents. With 1,000 here and 1,000 here, crushes your overall average. So folks, this is why you want to take advantage and not only just buy when it's high, but you also want to be buying when it's low. It truly does lower your total overall average that you end up paying. And I bring this up to everyone's attention because I think people forget how easy it is to lower your total average that you may have invested in something like HEX. So it's that simple. You get so much more bang for your buck when you end up in this scenario. And I want to bring this up to everyone's attention once again, that way you know. So if you are taking advantage and you're seeing the price here 44 cents, and you do that same math and you were buying, or 4.4 cents, my bad, and you were buying at 44 cents and above, you might want to be considering looking to possibly buy some more in this range. And for the same dollar value, you're not coming up with any more dollars, you're not coming out with any more out of pocket than you originally did when you first bought it. This is literally for the exact same dollar value that you gave, and it lowered your overall average. And that is what you want to be looking for. How can I lower my overall average so I stay green the whole time? And that's what we should be looking for as well. And I don't think it really gets talked about too much, but I wanted to bring it up to everyone's attention while we're doing this stream today. Let's bring up some chats, because folks, y'all are absolutely having a blast in here. And Monkey Magic says, that's my kind of chart. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, when I start seeing some green price action and you see a 100% price move, I mean, folks, if you were buying in this 2.2 cent range and you're up here, you just doubled your money, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's what, a 2-week window at most. You double your money. And again, if you're actually having that average lowered and you were buying at that 1.8 cents, then you're actually price positive the entire time. You bought 52 cents, you bought at 1.8 cents, you paid $2,000 in total. You're actually price positive because your average right now is 3.8 cents. You know what I mean? So anything above 3.8 is actually green. So it's no longer like I bought the top. I'm actually positive. Folks, it's all about DCA. It's all about how to take advantage of the overall market. Benny Blanco in the house. Yes, folks, smash the likes. Definitely give a good old smash. Turn that sucker blue. Make it nice and pretty for every single one of you. ATX crushes it. Thank you so much. Benny Blanco, thank you. For real, for real. HEX haters are furious. Yes, the people who even sold HEX and are like, it's going down to 1 cent. It's going down below a penny. It's doomed. It's doomed to fail. Like, those people make me laugh every single time. And granted, the price of HEX went way lower than I ever thought it would. Okay, let's just be real. I never thought I'd see the price of HEX at 2 cents. But do I take advantage of it, or do I say it's dead and it's going to zero? No, I'm taking massive advantage of it. In fact, I'm having limit orders set to be able to scoop up some more HEX when the price dips lower. But for the folks who are like, man, HEX is doomed, HEX is dead, we got people who aren't even staking anymore, blah, 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 whatever FUD you want to spread, those folks are going to absolutely laugh whenever we end up launching PulseChain. They see what HEX is really about to do, and holy shit, that is going to be mind-blowing. Folks, this price action from HEX is from fucking a few tweets. Like, if I break this down, and I broke this down over here on my chart, Richard Hart talked on the 9th on the HEX conference. Nothing really happened. Richard Hart announces PulseChain testnet v3 is private, and it's showing. We get price action positive right there in this day. Over the next few days, he announces stage 7 happening. Bam, price action positive. Over the next few days, he announces that code's complete for stage 7 and for the overall 4 chains like Aragon Pulse, Lighthouse Pulse, Prism Pulse, and Go Pulse. Those 4 actions, code complete. He says that we get a 30% pump in 1 day. And I can't even imagine what happens if he just says like fucking V3 testnet's public. You know what I mean? Like, boom. He's like, the price just goes boo and fucking shoots up in the sky. I don't know. But I'm excited. But also, folks, don't get too crazy, right? That's one of those things. Don't be chasing the candle. It's one thing I will say is, if you can, learn patience. If we've already been waiting this long, delay gratification is by far the best chance to win. So if you are in fact looking to scoop up some more HEX, maybe don't buy on green days, but you buy on these red days. You set yourself some limit orders, maybe in this 3.9 cent range possibly, right? Some 3 cent range possibly, because if we do come down and retest, what I see happening is us coming back down and retesting out this 3 cent level, and then bouncing back up it. Now, we may bounce here between 3 cents and 5 cents, but now we finally broke that cusp of 3 cents that we were having such a hard time breaking before. But now we have PulseChain closer now more than ever, and that just means that we are that much closer to the launch of PulseChain and that much more bullish when it comes to what really HEX is doing, okay? Oakart says, waiting for the bottom to buy always wins. If you could time the bottom, man, like there's no way of knowing. That's why DCA is the way, right? That's another thing we want to talk about, like what happens when PulseChain launches, right? You don't want to just ape in. You want to possibly have a good strategy going there too. But yeah, DCA is definitely always the way. And again, if you can wait and have a good little price action happen, then yeah, it's good for everyone, right? Let me open that up just a smidge. Okay. All right, so what do we got going on over here with chats? Yeah, DCA, stake it to make it. Stake it till you make it. Yeah, exactly, Big GZ. Yeah, if you can stake, that's even better. Then it makes literally all of this action over here where it's just like where you feel that moment. Nah. Make them say Anyways, that was this whole action in time. If you were staked, it didn't even matter, because guess what? I was getting paid every single day. I was like, dude, that's great. Look at the price continue to fall. I don't care. I'm earning more HEX. And guess what happens whenever the price ends up going back up above this 10-cent range, 15-cent range, 20-cent range, 50-cent range? All this HEX that I've accumulated because I've been staking for this whole time, all this HEX that I've accumulated during this entire time, I mean, heck, that's 299 days right here. Let me just do some fun math for you, okay? 299 days at an average of 6.3 HEX per T-share would have given you an extra 1,883 HEX during that 300-day period. You didn't have to buy anything. You didn't have to do anything other than staking it. And that's only if you have one T-share during that time. Imagine, follow me folks, imagine if you had the luxury of possibly having 100 T-shares, because why? You were able to delay your gratification. Well, you just got 188,000 more HEX during that time period, folks. That is the power of staking. It is a true freaking power that a lot of folks don't even necessarily understand. You didn't even have to do anything besides stake your HEX and wait for it to go back and have a set time for you to pick up some more HEX. So 100 T-shares, you just earned during the last 300 days 188,000 HEX for just staking your HEX. That's a win in my freaking books, folks. That is a massive win in my books. Are you joking? Like that, you can't win any harder than that. You tell me I didn't have to do nothing, and I get to get an extra 200,000 HEX almost in less than a year? Yes, sir. Sign me up for whatever that's called. Oh wait, it's called staking, and I already do it. So that, you know what I mean? Like, yes, absolutely. DCA for sure. Big GZ in the house. Yes. Boom. We got Agenda 69 liked from everybody. Smash the like. Change that thumb to a nice little blue color on YouTube, so that way everyone gets a nice little fun time over here as well. We got Vets in Crypto. Bang. My brother, you're looking great. Leading by example. My friend, thank you so much. Always appreciate all the love from every single one of you beautiful folks. Benny Blanco, Addo Cards, LOL, so many people getting left behind. Yeah, dude, there's going to be so many folks that are going to be chasing this, right? And that's why I think, like, you got to have a good strategy. It's the 5 P's we talk about. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You don't want to end up you don't want to be caught with your pants down. You know what I mean? Like, someone shows up to your house and you're caught with your pants down, for example, and you're like, whoa, shit, didn't know you were coming. Like, that's basically what's going to happen when PulseChain launches. So, like, in true reality, do not get left behind. Make sure you aren't trying to play this game of trading. I've been seeing that a lot lately. Like, when I look at these buys and sells in here and I scroll down, and again, I'm covering it up just a little bit with the chat, so let me get rid of that for a sec. But if I pull up these buys and sells, which we get into a little bit here on this channel as well, and if you aren't already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. You'll be sure to capture all this information. But we look at what these folks are doing. Are they buying? Are they selling? Are they trading? Are they staking, right? What is their overall goal? A lot of these folks are selling and holding straight powder and liquid USD, USDC, USDT, whatever liquid form of stablecoin they want. Why? Because they think they're going to be able to make a play to scoop up some more later. And a lot of these folks have been trading, but like, granted, you might be able to make some money on some trading, folks, but it's not too often. Nada, thank you so much. We got a new subscriber to the channel. Nada, thank you so much. Much love, much appreciated to every single one of y'all folks who have subscribed to the channel, who have already participated in the journey of ATX crypto as well. So, a lot of these folks are trading in, guys, within a second, within a day. Sometimes we get an announcement and they're over here thinking they're going to sell when it's 4.4 and buy when it's 3.6. And then we get an announcement of PulseChain and we never see 4.4 again. And then they end up buying back above 5 cents, 10 cents, whatever it is, because they start trying to make back the money that they lost, and they lose how much HEX they actually had in one point in time. And so, like, yes, while short term you might be able to make some profits, guys, long term vision. You gotta have long-term vision in crypto. That is how you win. You don't win by making these silly day trades. You don't win by doing all these little freaking moves left and right and having, like, you shouldn't be in your MetaMask. You shouldn't be in your wallet every single day. Like, there's literally no reason. So if y'all are in your wallet every single day, then you probably should stop, right? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, but god dang, folks, learn from somebody who's been there, who's tried, who's done something dumb before, and I think we all have, you know what I mean? It's something that's part of this journey that we end up being a part of. But guys, you gotta learn from these moments in time, and that's what we're here doing today, right? We're definitely learning from these moments in time. How did you get over there, you silly screen? Let me move you back over here. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's go through some chats real fast some more. Benny Blanco, yeah, so many people are gonna get left behind. Tears of the HEX haters, for sure. I really do need to get the mug, my coffee mug, right? Tears of HEX haters, like straight up. I really do need that mug. But I love this one so much. It's called the Ember mug, and this motherfucker keeps my coffee warm for like 2 hours. So if I forget to drink it, or if I'm streaming or doing something like that, I don't have to keep it heated. It literally keeps it at the temperature I want, that I set. Hey, this isn't sponsored by Ember, but you know what I mean? We might be doing something in the future. I'm just kidding. We ain't doing nothing like that. All right. Let's see what's going on. Vets in Crypto, preach it at Benny Blanco. Right, for sure. Benny Blanco is smashing it. Tears of HEX haters all day. Summer darling, how are you? Hey. Absolutely love seeing. Let me get some folks some more wrenches. That's what I actually meant to do today. I was like thinking about it, and I was like, I need to get some people some more wrenches. So let me pull up the chat real fast. Anyone who is in here who wants a wrench, feel free to comment saying that you want this wrench right now, and I can definitely get that going over here. We're gonna get that closed and this one open, and I don't really need that going. So here we go. All right, Big GZ, you getting a wrench for sure. We're gonna add you as a mod. Hello. Benny Blanco, come on with it. Add as a moderator. Let's go. Agenda 69, add as a mod. You know what I mean? Fucking, you get a wrench, and you get a wrench, and you get a wrench, and woo. The music's got me fucking feeling it today, for sure. And I know y'all might not even be able to hear, but if you can. All right, woo. All right, anyways, I got distracted very quickly. Okay, give me 1 second while I get something pulled up over here on my end. And let me set this down for a brief second. Gotta pet the dog real fast, so just give me a sec, folks. All right. Okay, cool. So, next topic of discussion, folks, and it was actually something that I had seen, possibly once again through Reddit. But damn, dude, this was a surprising little fact right here. And I haven't verified this myself, so don't hold my feet to the fire if this is wrong. If it is wrong, I apologize sincerely. But we got Big GZ over here, Vets in Crypto. Yes, sir, you definitely know. Absolutely. Share this out with the world. Let's go. That is awesome. Yes, ma'am. Sure is, Summer Darling. Word. Buy on red days. Facts, folks. That is something that you... Again, on the first cycle of crypto, you learn. On the second cycle of crypto, you earn. So one thing the first cycle taught me was to not buy on green days, and you buy on red days. It makes it so much easier because, folks, so often do we get caught up in the hype. It's called FOMO, right? True FOMO, fear of missing out. Whatever it is, it's caught up in the hype, and you're like, oh my gosh, the price is going up and it could reach 5 cents and I don't want to miss out. You know, I've been waiting for my money to transfer from Coinbase or Kraken, and it just transferred, and now I can buy, and you know, now the price is pumped since then and I haven't been able to do it. Well, on those times when you feel that feeling, folks, just wait, like hold it back, because like what happens is you'll buy at 4.4 cents and the price will drop to like 4 cents and you're like, fuck, I could have just waited a couple more days, right? It's a really stupid feeling that you end up getting, and I don't want you to have that feeling, because FOMO is a real thing, right? It's a real freaking thing. You buy on red days. Everyone has a good strategy until FOMO kicks in. Hey, everyone's got a good strategy until you get punched in the face. Facts on facts, vets. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's got some type of strategy, and then you get punched in the face and you're like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for that. And I think that's how all the HEX haters are about to feel. They're over here trying to, if they could short HEX, I'm sure they would try, but they're over here trying to short HEX, spread FUD, spread all the misinformation about our man Richard Hart, the GOAT in crypto, and yet for some odd reason they're gonna get punched in the face whenever they're like, oh my gosh, it's all true, everything he said was true, right? And so, like, I'm just waiting for these dudes to get punched. But anyways, let me pull this up over here on my end, so y'all can also see what I'm referring to. We're gonna go to preview with this tab. So this is another image that I found, and folks, check this out. What a fun stat this is. But so far during PulseChain and PulseX, the amount of people that sacrificed over $10,000 was only 5,968 people for Pulse, only 9,941 for PulseX. If you sacrificed over 100,000, there was only 854, and there was 1,000 who sacrificed for PulseX over 100,000, because a lot of folks miss PulseChain. And over 1 million, there was only 75 people who sacrificed over 1 million, and over 109 who sacrificed 1 million on PulseX. Now, I was in a chat yesterday, and I forget who it was who was in here trying to spread all the FUD, and, you know, price of Pulse is going to drop, you know, it's going to be below sacrifice price, and all the stuff that I just don't personally buy into. But what was funny about that conversation was it led me to this, and I'm like, dude, that in total, there's literally, like, in a lot of, you gotta imagine, I'm one of the people who sacrificed for PulseChain and PulseX, and so I'm in the category on two columns on this one, you know what I mean? So you have to understand that these folks who are in these categories are probably the same folks, right? A lot of the people who sacrificed for Pulse also sacrificed for PulseX. Now, there were some new folks who missed the PulseChain sacrifice. I get that. But if you think about this, that means that in total, if we do the math, there's 10,000, 16,000. We're going to do 17, 18. So about 18,000 folks out of like 150,000 people, because there was over 100,000 that got into PulseX, over 40,000 that got into Pulse. So you're telling me that these folks right here don't have a delay gratification in mind? You think they're just gonna, you think they sacrificed $1 million to get a 2x? No, I'll tell you that much right now. Crypto's not in it for a 2x. These folks who are sacrificing 1 million, 100,000, even 10,000, dude, they're not looking for a fucking 10x. They're looking for 100x, 1,000x. They believe in this because there's so many other cryptos. If they wanted to just go and get a quick 2x, they could go and get a quick 2x if they wanted to. Shit, they could probably cause the price to do a 2x with just enough momentum themselves. So they're not waiting for a freaking 2x or a 5x or a 10x. Dude, these people are in it for the long haul. They're going to be here when it 100x's, and yeah, we're going to lose some. That's called redistribution of wealth, and that happens organically. That happens in every single asset, no matter what. It's always a redistribution of wealth. You're going to have a lot of folks who make a lot of money. They're able to cash out. They're able to have a better life, create generational wealth, but I don't see them just causing the price to just tank. And if they do, there's so many people. Man, I was reading Twitter the other day. And there were so many people who were like, man, I wish I could have sacrificed more. Man, I wish I would have done this. I missed the PulseChain sacrifice, but I'm not going to miss it at launch. Like, so all these folks who are like, the price is going to be lower than the sacrifice price. Like, Hexologist kind of has me a little bit curious as to what his reasoning is. And maybe y'all can explain it to me as well. But he's saying that he won't even see the sacrifice price break until freaking like a year and a half. And I'm like, you're smoking crack, my dude. Straight crack. Love Hexologist, love what he's done for the community. Like, he's the reason why I do daily streams myself. He stopped doing daily streams because he got the SEC stuff, and I picked that little mantle up, and I was like, I'll keep doing it for you, you know what I mean? And of course, I enjoyed this as well, and it was something that I was able to fill my time with, and I'm glad that I ended up doing it because it has been an absolute blast and a banger of a thing. But for these folks who have done it, and this is another thing that I want to share as well. So not only do we get that, and this is when I'm going to start diving into this kind of stuff, right? So not only oops, didn't mean to click that one. So not only do we get that, we also get these little photos over here with PulseChain. And guys, check this out. From just all-time highs. Let me see if y'all can see my mouse when I'm doing this. Give me 1 second. Can you see my mouse if I'm why do you keep moving over there? Stop it. Stop it. You stop. Okay, you can't see it if I click it. Okay. So, this is truly how high Pulse can go. And this is a basic breakdown of some numbers made by Money Gang Cryptos. So shout out to them for putting this chart together. But we got Ethereum doing a 2300. Sorry, I just read a little notification thing. It was funny. It was funny. I laugh. What does Oakart say real fast? You know what they say? If you pick bottoms, you get smelly fingers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Delta. Oh my God. I accidentally stepped on my puppy's ear, or at least put my toes on it, so it kind of caught me off guard because I was moving around. Oh shit, that's funny. Ha! Yeah, absolutely. That's a true laugh out loud moment. What do you say, Lil Uno? Kind of hard to see with this format. Not gonna lie, kind of hard to see with this format. I don't know what page I was showing at that time. Let me know if it's still hard to see, because obviously I'm always improving, right? But that's part of this whole thing. I changed a whole new system that I got with my streaming setup, and I keep improving it little by little each day. We know what we do here. We tweak it one thing, and that way we can adjust it if something goes wrong. If something happens, we can quickly know what's wrong and just fix it without having to change everything. But when you get a whole new system, you kind of end up changing everything, right? And so that's kind of what we did here, and I'm still learning this new system as well. But appreciate everyone coming through, tuning in, having so much fun. Amen. Learn from your mistakes and improve. Always improving. Yeah, dude, like, you have to freaking learn. And you also have to make mistakes. You literally have to make mistakes. And hopefully, if you follow this channel and others in the HEX ecosystem and community, you can learn a little bit faster than others, right? Because, like, that is what it's about. Yes, that coffee cup works great. Yeah, dude, the Ember fucking mug works amazing. I think I got Benny the Wrench, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Oh shit, did I not get Benny the Wrench? Yeah, it says remove model. Yeah. Benny's got the wrench. Yeah, I think the only one so far, let me see here. I mean, fuck, dude, everyone's a goddamn mod right now, you know what I mean? So, like, congrats to all of you, you know? If you don't want the mod, let me know. I can always take it off. I heard someone say the other day they liked being different by not being a mod in the channel. I think it was I was listening to a Hexray Vision video that he was talking about. So, yeah, wrench party. Thanks, ATX. Again, Big GZ, thank you. Agenda 69, of course. Yes. It will all play. It will play out good when you have thousands up in chat. It will help. Yeah, for sure, and it will happen. Thank you. Add me, bruv. I think I did get you added, Little Uno. Again, I'm over here, kind of in between both, but it's tough to because it doesn't like say. Yeah, it says remove moderator now, so it shows you as a mod in my channel, and let me know if that's not the case. Not like at the Pelosi house. Oh shit, that's funny. That's a very good point. All right, so let's go back to this little picture here that I got pulled up right now for y'all, because what it's kind of talking about in this little picture that we're discussing is the possibilities of what could be potential gains in the future. So let me just do some fun math here. You got 15,000x from Ethereum, you got 1100x from Solana, you got 1200x from Cardano, a 300x from Avalanche, a 200x from Polkadot, a 5200x from Binance, and overall through these main players of layer 1, which is essentially what PulseChain's going to be working with as well. It's going to be in that same competition realm. Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, right? All these things are layer 1s. And that is done a 4,000x in 3.8 years. So back to the other page for the folks who sacrificed over 1,000, over 10,000, over 100,000, over 1,000,000. Do I think they're gonna take some profits and cash out? Fuck yes. You'd be dumb not to take profits. In fact, that's what we discuss here at this channel. You gotta learn to take profits, and I have a spreadsheet that has a good profit-taking strategy. If you want access to it, you can join the Patreon, and you actually get access to a Discord with lovely folks, along with access to the Patreon too. But keeping all that in mind, folks, I wanted to pull this up and actually see this in a different sense. Oh, it's funny. It like moves the whole thing. I wonder how I can change the background. I'll have to figure that out later, dude. I'll get fucking distracted real fast. Okay, cool. So if I go back over here and I pull up, because again, guys, I'm gonna compare and see based on these ideas. Okay. So first we had Ethereum, and we already know Ethereum has done phenomenal stuff. Okay. Now I actually went to Nomics earlier because I was trying to see what's the best way for me to see the price action of these charts. So if I go over here, 1 second. Hi, baby. Okay.
Are you happy and tired from parking?
Hell yeah.
We got a lot of snacks in the park, by the way.
Nice. Well deserved, well earned.
Yeah.
Such a good boy. You can leave it cracked if you don't mind hearing me. Okay.
You don't mind hearing me turn on?
I don't mind. All right. Sorry, I'm back. So. All right, so what we're going to be discussing right now is looking into how these main competitors have done since their launch. You know what I mean? Because like you got Hexologists over here talking about a year to a year and a half of fucking being under sacrifice price. You got other folks in chat who are following that same sentiment. Not today right now, but you got other folks in chat who were here yesterday, for example, who were talking about, you know, we would be under for a year and a half. And I gotta say, based on everything that I looked at, that was not the case at all. It just wasn't. Because you had so many different metrics that were all involved. And so what I'm going to do is kind of pull this up so that you all can see just a smidge more. But again, so let's see if I can pull up indicators. Nope, I don't want indicators. And I can't measure. Interesting. Well, I'll just kind of do the math myself in my head. So we have Cardano, which was, you know, launched 2017. And from there, from its launch, it was sitting around 0.02 cents. Now, we also have to factor in that Cardano's ICO was actually lower than that, but we're not going to get into the ICO or anything like that. We're just talking about from launch, how did it perform from launch? So really, from launch, it kind of stayed nice and flat, and we're going to count that up until about November of 2017. Well, from that point in time, so that's really about 1 month, right? Essentially 2 months, October 2nd of 2017 over to November 26th of 2017. So from there, you had 2 months where it was just kind of capitulating. It's called price discovery. The price went up, price went down, people sold, people bought, all that. Well, from there, folks, it took the fuck off. And then from there, it literally went from 3 cents all the way up to around 15 cents. Now, that was just the beginning, because from there, it came back and eventually retested the 3 cent range. But you have to imagine that that was after about a year of it being in solid profit during this whole time. Because look at this, which is why, folks, you want to have a good profit taking strategy that you're going to have and ready to implement when it happens. What I have done with myself and my channel is recommend selling a portion of your bag every single time the price doubles. So when we go from 3 cents to 6 cents to 12 cents to 24, so on and so forth, you sell as the price doubles. Why? Because during this whole time, that is phenomenal. And that euphoric feeling that you have, it's real. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, I fucking made it. And you're going to feel like a genius. But at the same time, you got to understand that, folks, it got up to $1.26 right here in January of 2018. So from 3 cents in October to $1.26 in January, massive X's have happened in between. Are you going to be one of the folks who are like, I'm going to wait to sell until it hits $2? Because, guys, I think that is the wrong play. It's just not the right thing to do. You got to learn to take some profits, and you have to have a good strategy. And what we talk about with my channel is having a profit-taking planning strategy. So if I enter the price at, say, 2 cents, and you had $5,000 that you put into this sucker in the very beginning, and all of a sudden it goes up to $1.29 right now, well, it's already gotten done 64 X's during that time. Not only that, you should have taken profit 6 times, and that's 6 doubles. Okay, so it would have gone from here, it would have gone, you know what I mean, it went all the way up to about here, 64 X's, and then all of a sudden you took profit. Now granted, how much profit would you have taken? Well, if you just did the 5% strategy, whoops, I need to switch this back, 5%. If you just do the 5% strategy and sell every time 5% of your bag when the price doubles, you would have taken $25,000 worth of profit in what was essentially a 3-month window. And you would still have $237,000 worth of value in that token. Folks, get ready for when PulseChain comes, because it is not going to be something you want to try to figure out what to do when the time happens. Have a proper plan. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I talk about it all the time for a freaking reason, because what happened next? It went from $1.29 and it actually fell all the way back down to 14 cents. Now, you're going to be regretting that you didn't take profits. That's going to be part of the cycle. That's how it always goes. It's like, oh shit, dude, I had the chance. Or you're going to sell when it's here at 50 cents and you could have had it sold at $1.20. You don't want to sell your whole bag. I've talked about this before. You want to sell a portion, whether it be 5%, 10%, 15%. You want to have a fucking plan that makes sense for you, and also be able to understand how this is going to work for everyone. Because again, the profit taking strategy, I promise, is going to freaking win. You could even come in here and I have a whole calculator out that builds this out all the way up to a possible 16,000x in potential, and you can really see some profits at that point in time, what it may look like if you just do 5, 10, 15%. Again, you get access to this with the link down in the description below through my Patreon. But again, folks, to go back over here, that is a massive loss from $1.30 or $1.40 down to 14 cents. Could PulseChain do something similar? Fuck yes. It's very possible, folks. We know dips are in the game in crypto. A potential 60, 70, 80, 90% dips, if they're coming, they're in the game. So watching this happen and not have taken any profit whatsoever, it's very upsetting. Not only that, I'm planning on using the profit taken to buy back in when the price does dip back down at 60, 70, 80%. You do this through limit orders, and you can set everything up in a nice, easy way, because God forbid we end up waiting all the way here and you wait until December of 2018, it just dropped from $1.30, $1.40 down to 3 cents again. That's a sad moment to anyone, because that's one of those, you're euphoric, you feel rich beyond belief, you can't even imagine what just happened, and then it dipped down to 3 cents again, and you're like, why did I get into this? You go through the freaking stages of grief, right? The psychology of the market. Everyone has gone through it. So again, if you have this moment where you didn't see this, now again, even at 3 cents, it still had an entire year and some change while it was profitable. And then it didn't even stay here for long, because then from there it actually went back up again. And now we started entering the bear market cycle of 2018. You started getting into the bull market cycle. And again, you got to see 3 cents around this level, right? This level here. It retested the 3 cent range. But during that whole time, it has had so many moments of high profit that you should have taken proper advantage of, because you can get all the way into the last bit over here where we are today. And again, even right now, it's sitting around 39 cents. Now that's 5 years later, and it's done essentially 10x more. But you should have so much more wealth generated, not only from a 10x, but way more generated, because there's been so many times where this sucker has gone and touched such crazy numbers that would just blow your mind away. It was sitting at $3 in August of 2021. So again, from 3 cents to $3, folks, that is a nice 100x that you've seen, that you've actually been a part of. So that's Avalanche. That's Cardano. I'm sorry. That's Cardano. And I got distracted on that one like a mother sucker, dude. I'm gonna look at the other ones real fast, because again, this is kind of what I wanted to compare. I wanted to really look at the competitors of PulseChain and really take a look at their price action, their price performance, what it looked like overall from them, and how it worked for everyone too. So if I go over here to Solana, for example, we can actually see, scroll this back, should be on logarithmic. Yeah, there you go. What are you doing over here? Yeah, I'm not used to using the Nomics website, but the Nomics website had all the data I was looking for, so forgive me if I'm just kind of like moving along, because I tried using TradingView. I know they use TradingView, but the charts that I was trying to find on TradingView, it wasn't showing me the same data. And so I'm going to use Nomics because it just makes it easier for everyone, for myself, basically, primarily. But from Solana's launch in 2020, let me make sure I got that correct. When did Solana launch? Yeah, March of 2020. Okay. So this is a pretty close chart. Not quite, but it's pretty darn close. Yeah, it is March. April, right? It's got April of 2020. So from its essential launch right here, and again, it was March of 2020. I get it, but I'm just looking at what I have available in front of me, folks. It was launching around 52 cents. And it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down, and it bounced in this little 52 cent range for, again, a couple of months, as we discussed. Very similar to what happened with Cardano. Can we expect something to happen also with Solana, or with PulseChain? Yes, sir. In my opinion, it's probably right around here. So we got 50 cents up to $1.20. So that was a nice little 2x gain. And again, it bounced in this little 50 cent range for some time, right? But after it bounced out of the 50 cent range, oh my goodness, folks, look at this, right? Because this is when stuff really starts getting interesting. Because then from here, it went up. It just kept going. It was like it went up, 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 and then went all the way all the way up. All the way up. It went all the way up. Did literally $262. Folks, at one point in time, it was 50 cents. Okay, and it bounced in this 52 cent range for about 2 months. So we can expect probably something very similar with PulseChain. It actually came back and retested it here. So from March to July, it's what, 6 months? No, not even, it's 4 months. So it's 4 months there that it kind of bounced up and down and figured it's called price discovery for a reason, and discovered its price. From there, it went all the way up and then just freaking mooned, guys. Do not get caught with your pants down while it's freaking riding all the way up. You had a chance to take profits at $1, at $2, at $4, at $8, and this number just continued to go all the way up until it freaking reached $262. Like, absolutely freaking mind-blowing. That is so much profit that you could have made. And I think PulseChain is probably going to do something pretty similar, folks, to be fair. So get ready for this, because I think this is probably the closest to what we're seeing with PulseChain. Now, this was a empty launch. It forked over the Ethereum network, but it was empty. and it still did a massive price appreciation. 1200x in 605 days. Are you freaking kidding me? That is wild. Okay, so like, and again, even at these prices over here at 23 cents or $23, when it reached its low over here, it was still at $7. If you were holding from the freaking entry price at 50 cents, then who really cares if you're at $8 right now? Because you're still up a nice little, what, 4x on that? Way more than that. 50 to $1. Yeah, 16x. So you're still 16x up after holding for 3 years. That's not bad a return of your money, folks. That is a great return. In crypto terms, it may not be good in your opinion, but if you're going to get that in anything other than crypto, then no. So you're still up 16x after freaking 3 years. Incredible. Incredible, folks. That is why people are not going to be selling. Right? That is why people do not have this intention. That's why we looked at the wallets. The folks who sacrificed $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. You think they're waiting for a quick 4x in their money? No. They're waiting for this sucker for possibly 600 days or at least a year. Because shit, Cardano did a 300x in about a year's time, right? So let's compare, right? Let's look at Avalanche next, right? So far we've looked at Cardano, so far we've looked at Solana, and these are all competitors to what we're seeing. Avalanche is another layer 1, very similar to what we're going to be seeing with PulseChain as well. I don't like the fact that I have to keep clicking logarithmic on this. There's got to be an easier way. Maybe there is. Maybe I just don't know. I'm sure it's like a setting I can change or something like that. But again, this is Avalanche right now, okay? So Avalanche was in the same boat right here, launched around July of 2020, and from there it actually went up. It actually never came back. Guys, it launched around 85 cents, and we never see it touch 85 cents again. I can scroll all the way over to today's date, and it's never touched 85 cents again. So Avalanche is a freaking monster in my opinion, right? Like, it didn't even go through the normal price discovery phase that you normally see with these new coins. This thing just freaking took off, and it took off like a hell out of waters. Like, it just was like, nope, here's price discovery, boom, and it just freaking launched. It tried to retest this little $1.80 range, but if you were in at the 85 cent range when you were first buying, you never got to see it lower than that. Again, folks, this is what I'm comparing whenever I see this kind of stuff. Let's see what you got to say. MJ Money says, people have sacrificed and have been waiting 2 years for it to come out and have their own money. People are broke and will sell when it launches, and we will be down for a little while. MJ Money, from what I'm seeing, I don't see that being the case. Yeah, it's gonna go through price discovery just like any new coin, but maybe it pulls an avalanche and we just see it launch and then just fucking takes off, right? What if we see it go through price discovery for 2 months, but I do not see it being below the sacrifice price? Yeah, people have been waiting 2 years for it to come out, and guess what? You kind of ended up figuring out that money's either gone, but just because you get it again doesn't mean you freaking instantly spend it. Like, that is a terrible financial decision. To anyone who does that, and we get launch of PulseChain, and they just immediately sell all their coins, you've wrecked yourself. You're going to have regret of missing out and missing the opportunity when this sucker is fucking 3 years down the road. Promise. That's such a short-term mindset to be like, oh my gosh, people have been waiting 2 years. Who cares? Dude, if it's sacrificed and you get the freaking 10x from launch, and folks, I have this little chart here, which again, take it for what it is, but this is a price prediction of what we're going to see at Pulse at launch, and this is a live data that pulls from the supply, because what is PulseChain going to do? Fork the entire Ethereum network. So based on that information that we see, it's going to be launching at a 13x, possibly 14x. Okay, so if you sacrifice 10,000 and it does a 14x and you go and have 140,000, why would you pull out 140,000? Are you fucking dumb? Right? That's my question. I would say no, you shouldn't be. In this situation, you would probably pull out your money and say, I got my 10,000 back, now it's all freaking gravy. Now I'm playing with the freaking house money at this point in time. Granted, it's your money, But it's a complete, like, that mindset is so backwards, MJ Money. You got to flip that mindset. Do that now. Right now is the time to be doing this, dude. Like, if you have that mindset right now that you've waited 2 years and I needed the money and, you know, I couldn't do anything without it and I had to eat ramen for the last 2 years and, you know, all this stuff, which, by the way, I freaking love ramen, folks. I don't care what anyone says on that one. But in this situation, dude, it's like so many folks have been waiting. Yeah, granted, but if it does a 10x, are you going to freaking cash out? Right? Are you cashing out all in all? Because if you do, you don't make good financial decisions, right? A good financial decision is possibly take profit, possibly take out what you actually put in, and then let it ride. Guys, that is what you should be doing right now. That is what we're looking at. That's why I'm looking at these charts. These are real charts, real competitors to freaking PulseChain. So why should PulseChain act any different? Not only that, it's forking the entire Ethereum network, man. The entire network, right? This isn't like a launching an empty chain like these things, like Solana and Avalanche, where they had to go and build a community. This community is already here. It's already built, right? It's here. We already have it, right? So it's like, I can't see that mindset, MJ Money. I hope you can appreciate my view as well. I appreciate yours. But I don't see that being the case because, why would you just cash out instantly? Not only that, you ended up having a tax event happen, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you not at least hold it for at least a year so that way you don't have to pay long-term or short-term capital gains? Like, taxes are a real thing, and for people who are actually in the crypto game, they are also pretty knowledgeable about taxes. It's not just a quick flip for the money for them. It's like, hey, I can cash out $140,000, but then I'm gonna have to pay 50% tax. So really, I only get to keep $70,000. That's a terrible, terrible return of your money. Why would you not hold it for at least a year so you can possibly pay like 20% tax on it, right? And then you cash out $140, and then after a year, it may have gone and done a freaking 300x, right? And so there's just so many more things wrong with what you said, but again, I'm just pointing out what I have. Hex Farmer, thank you so much for joining today, having a blast with us. Carts, I think the community is strong, so can't see many sell off. Yeah, facts. And people are gonna sell. I'm not saying people aren't, right? I'm not saying that like people aren't gonna sell. People are gonna sell. People are gonna take profits. I'm going to take profits. I advise everyone to take profits. There's a difference between taking profits and fucking wrecking yourself. You wreck yourself when you cash out 100%. You take profits because you've waited 2 years. Kudos. Take some profits. Now's the time to take profits. Like, if it launches and it's a 14x higher than what you sacrificed, possibly just do your 10% profit. Get your money back. You put in 10,000, you do 10%, it does a 14x, you get 14,000. Damn, that's pretty good. And then you can let the other 126,000 ride for a year. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different plays that you're gonna have to figure out, but now's the time to figure it out. MJ Money. Okay, Arts, yes, this community is way too strong. People in the community have a very good delayed gratification mindset. People have a good mentality of generational wealth. A lot of the folks in the community are already staked 15 plus years. So, and the money that they have with their stakes are way more than the money they're going to have with their PulseChain. So, like, why would you not take out profit? It's like someone who's been in, like, for example, the God Whale or Richard Hart. Like, why would he sell HEX or anything like that whenever they're brand new in this ecosystem in relative terms to how long they've been in other ecosystems for, like Bitcoin and Ethereum? Why would you not sell those that have gone and done 14,000x, 15,000x, 6.9 millionx, whatever that case may be? Why would you not sell those and let the one who's still a baby in terms of the crypto terms, let that sucker grow into a full-on adult, right? Let it grow. Plant the seed and let it grow into a giant tree. By the way, fun fact, sharks are older than trees. Just a little fun fact for you. All right, what else do we got here? Richard should compare Pulse to chains like BNB, Matic, and Avalanche, not Ethereum. Why? Why not? It's forking Ethereum. Why wouldn't you compare it to Ethereum? He compared HEX to Ethereum. And if you look at the chart of what HEX did, it's been on track for basically what Ethereum has done. He said Ethereum did a 10,000x within 2.5 years. HEX did a 10,000x within 2 years. So why wouldn't you compare it to the same metric that you compared it to before? Big GZ, waiters keep hating. You can't FUD everyone out of a bag. No, you definitely can't. Little Uno, ATX, bring up Hedron and Icosa when you get a chance. For sure, I'll take a look over there. We'll take a little peek a week now, right? Because basically what I'm saying with Avalanche, folks, and this is the point that I'm trying to say right here, right? Basically what I'm saying on Avalanche is this sucker has already had a chance to do some crazy things. It launched back in July of 2020, and it was at 85 cents. And from there, it's basically gone up and done, you know, up to $150. And if you look here, that's November of 2021. So that's literally a year and 3 months, a year and 4 months. You know what I mean? Like, for the profits of truly life-changing generational wealth. And God forbid you actually hold it the entire time and don't sell it at all, like whatsoever, and you just never sell. Well, it's still at 20 bucks here, which is still a good, you know, 22x, 23x from whenever you first got in, and that's 2023. So we're not even 3 years in yet, and you've already gone and done a 22x your money. Again, where else are you gonna do a 22x? Again, I apologize to everyone who is tuning in right now. It looked like the stream had a little bit of a hiccup moment. Not really sure. Maybe I got too hyped and it couldn't handle my energy. I really don't know what happened there, but you know, all right, cool. I might as well pull up Hedron and Icosa just in case. Oh shit, I clicked a freaking ad. Jesus Christ. I was like, what is this? My computer's been lost. All right, so here's Hedron right here, doing some phenomenal things, by the way, too. Hedron, if you look at it from the beginning of the year in 2023, has also gone and done a nice double as well. It's actually up 145% since the beginning of the year, starting in January of 2023. For everyone who is staked, you actually get Hedron for free. You can mint your Hedron while you're staked. For those folks who are staked, reminder, once again, public service announcement, do claim your Hedron, mint your Hedron before you end your stake. All right? True PSA on this one, right? If you have a stake ending soon, go and claim your Hedron first. You can do that by going to hedron.pro. We've shown it here on the channel before, but hedron.pro, it's hedron.pro, like professional. You go to that website, you connect your wallet. It's safe, it's vetted through the community. Now, again, every single time you connect your wallet, you have to do your own due diligence and research. If you don't feel like messing with it because you have your stakes going out to 15 years and you just don't want to interact with any other protocol, perfectly fine with me. No harm, no foul. I think that's a great mindset to have. Just know that you can claim your Hedron and mint your Hedron before you end your stake. Okay? I want to share that with everyone first. So that's Hedron doing some phenomenal things, up 145%. And that's, again, if you minted your Hedron because you were staked, you get some more money sitting right here as well. And that's a phenomenal thing that we have. It built into the ecosystem for everyone who stakes their HEX. You get Hedron as well. Now, Icosa is going to be a little bit different, but Icosa is going to be right here. Again, Icosa and Hedron are going to follow each other pretty heavily. So in terms of their correlation, they're very correlated to each other. But again, if you just look at the Icosa protocol from the beginning of the year, even up until now, Icosa's gone and done a 200%. So you've actually gone and done a 4x on the money for Icosa as well. So if you stake your Hedron, you can get Icosa and you can actually earn some additional yield in different ways. So it's like there's so many things that we have going on in our ecosystem that are here just to help truly everyone make generational wealth, make the best decision that they can, right? Understand the whole principle behind why we do what we do, understand the whole delayed gratification metric. And even then, a good little 4x your money on this one, nice, right? You 4x your money in essentially a 2-month span. Nice. Not even a 2-month span. We're barely into February. So in 1 month, you've 4x your money. again, guys, take profits when you can. I've talked about this before. Have a good strategy that you can implement to take profits. Profits are definitely a learned lesson for myself. Let me know if the stream completely stopped in total for every single one of y'all, or if it's still going. I'm curious to see how it actually plays out. Let me see. I can pull it up actually. Let me see what happened. Go live. Oh. No need to pull that up for everyone to hear again. My bad, my bad. I had it on the wrong window tab. So, going back over here. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so that's a lot of things that we have already discussed here in today's stream. As a matter of fact, it has been quite an exciting stream, if I do say so myself. Based on what we're seeing, I looked at, you know, basically 4 protocols, and I'll do this again. Hi, Bentley. I looked at 4 protocols here. We've looked at Solana, we've looked at Cardano, we've looked at Avalanche, and shit, I'll even pull up, you know, BNB has just done some crazy things, but you know what? Might as well see what they've done, right? Because they're gonna be a similar situation, right? They got a massive community, just like our community is going to be growing and earning just a massive overall community as well. And so whenever I pull this up here, these are the metrics. Whoops. I gotta put this on logarithmic. Oh yeah, it goes all the way back. Cool. All right. Cool. So looking at this, Binance, similar, folks. Look at this. I mean, come on. And like, I get there's gonna be some price discovery that happens when PulseChain launches. Like, I get that, but I mean, look at this, folks. Look at what else has already launched and come around, right? And so in this one day right here, yes, it went down. It had some down action. There was a crazy little sell-off, probably because there was an ICO period. But from here, it was sitting at 6 cents. It actually got as low as 2 cents. Who knows if you were able to capture any of that? But it got as low as 6 cents. And from there, it never touched 6 cents again. You can literally go all the way over, and it just never touches 6 cents again. This is going all the way. This is 2019 now, and we can even zoom this sucker out. And I mean, just look at this, folks. From here, never went back and touched 6 cents again. So this is from February of 2023. It's sitting at $332 when it was only at 6 cents back in 2017, right? July of 2017. And just in case you can't really see that date right there, it's right here. July of 2017. So went from 6 cents to $330. And y'all are bearish on PulseChain? Why? How can you be bearish whenever every comparative metric that we compare it against are all freaking bullish? Like, what world are you living in that you just are a negative Nancy thinking that we're going to be bearish? Right? Like, I truly don't want to be a part of that world. That is such a negative outlook in so many things. Because Binance is, and they're shitty. Binance sucks. Right? Binance has proved they sucked many a times. And yet they're still at $330, and you're telling me that PulseChain can't do something very similar, if not better? You're crazy. Absolutely crazy. Every single one of y'all folks who are like bearish and negative on PulseChain launch, I just don't get it. Academaciated says, hello, HEX stakers. Keep up the faith. Yes, sir. Kristaps Kositas. I apologize for saying that name wrong. I know I definitely messed that one up. Many don't realize that Sacrifice was savior for HEX at 25 to 35 cents. And all those who say RH should have launched sooner, they are wrong. Nothing pumps in the middle of a bear market. Facts, dude. Like, oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you for saying that. Like, guys, you have to imagine that one, if it was a sacrifice today, you would probably not even get close to the amount that you were able to get back when the actual sacrifice happened. Because folks, if we pull this up over here on a nice little pretty chart, the sacrifice phase is all back here. Let me scroll on back real quick. So the sacrifice phase is actually all the way back here, right? September in this range. It was June and July. It was July of 2021. So this little range right here was the sacrifice phase for PulseChain. And so many folks were able to take advantage of the price being here. And not only that, it went all the way up until about here, where the price actually kept going up for quite a bit of time. Because this is a sacrifice, you can see it went down. We had the whales start selling everything, keeping the price down. But then you actually had the PulseX sacrifice. And this is when shit was really crazy, right? Because this is December to January. And it was back when it was 30 cents. So it had that nice little rally all the way up. And people were like, oh shit, you got a sacrifice phase happening. So December of over here, you were able to lock in your dollars, not the amount that you sacrificed. The dollar value was given and locked in at this point in time when it was 28 cents. And so who cares if the price dipped all the way down here? Because you're not sacrificing right now, right? And so like, it's like if you were given the same amount of HEX and you tried to sacrifice right now for the same amount of HEX, you would have so much less pulse when it launches. Because it was all done through the value of the dollar. So yes, I am thankful personally that the sacrifice launched and happened, because I was able to secure a nice little position over there for those projects. And then you also have this happening with the price drop, and then you're staking your HEX, and there's just so many good things going on overall. And I just want to share that with everyone, guys. There's so much good happening in our ecosystem right now. Don't get down, don't get negative, don't let the people who are whispering in your ears saying wrong things or FUD things because they're negative Nancy get you down and change how you feel about what's going to be going on in the future. Because guys, this is an incredible time and an incredible opportunity, and I'm so thankful to be here in this community with every single one of you. Debbie G, yes ma'am. PulseChain is going to shred. Yes, academiciated, yes. Like, again, guys, like what are you comparing against when you say it's gonna not do good? Like what metric are you looking at? Because whenever I see this and I see the comparison of what this shows, this is like, you're telling me a 4,000x in 4 years? Okay, and on the low side, a 200x in a year? In a little over a year and a half, a 200x your money? Sign me up for that shit. Are you kidding? Absolutely. Like guys, if you put $10,000 in and you get a 200x in a little over a year and a half, you're sitting on $2 million. That's life-changing money for a lot of folks. And I think so many folks are just missing this obvious thing that's just right in front of their face. It's like when you try to explain to somebody the benefits of HEX, and it's just like so obvious to you, but then they just cannot see what you see. They cannot grasp what we grasp. And it's just so funny. Oakhearts, an absolute pleasure having you in this chat, having you in the stream. I've got to have some dinner now. I'll catch you on the next stream. Well done. This was very informative. Oakhearts, thank you so much. Myself, guys, I am also going to be hopping off the stream. It's been an absolute banger of a show today with every single one of y'all. I've had so much fun, so much excitement. And Top just showed up. No, I have to stream for another 15 minutes. I am going to be hopping off the stream, guys. An absolute blast being here with every single one of you. I hope y'all were able to have some fun, have some excitement. If you were just as bullish about PulseChain with me and the way I feel about PulseChain, smash the like button down below. If you are just as bullish in PulseChain, smash the subscribe button. We got more information coming. Absolute banger of a show today, guys. Have an absolute wonderful day. Start off your day to a wonderful green candle as well. We're now at 4.44 cents, so keep it up, HEX. Keep it up, y'all, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the subscribe as well. To every single one who's new to the channel and subscribed, thank you for all the love shared. Every single one of y'all mean the world, so thank you again. Have an absolute banger of a day, folks. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.